Hello everyone, we got extra news for today's video. Ripple is out. Will you look at this, guys? Guys, we have known all along that this was basically the timeline and plan. From Ripple, central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, will be one of the defining transformations in the history of money. So, look how they stated this, guys. Isn't it interesting? Remember, central bank digital currencies will be one of the defining transformations. Look at that, transformation, heading into a new digital era, history in the history of money. If you go down here, Ripple pilots a private ledger for central banks launching CBDCs. Moving money on the CBDC private ledger will be most effective, reliable, and instantaneous. 10,000 plus TPS, 60,000 plus more efficient than proof of work. Guys, we can't make this up. Do you guys see the differences? There literally is no comparison between XRP and Bitcoin. You guys can't compare the two because Bitcoin is literally outdated to the max, guys. And then XRP, remember, Bitcoin was a test, was an experiment, and then they brought out the real deal, which is XRP. It's fairly simple what's happening, guys. So if we check this out, the future of CBDCs. The introduction of central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, will be one of the defining transformations in the history of money. How the underlying technology is implemented and monetary policies are set over the coming decade will determine whether sovereign-backed digital assets open the door to enhance global trade and financial inclusion or maintain the soiled, inefficient, and inequitable status quo. This white paper provides central banks with the framework for implementing CBDCs and guidance for ensuring global interoperability, the cornerstone of success for CBDCs. The cornerstone. Where else have we heard that or seen that, guys, before? Come on, we know, we see this right here. And discover why now is a time for central banks to explore the growing moments behind CBDCs, develop common solutions, and ensure that the next evolution of money benefits more people and businesses. Remember, the level playing field comes into play as well. Next, comes from digital perspectives. Boom! What do we see here from XRP Stored? These 12 banks used XRP for 6 months in 2016. This was all the way back in 2019. You guys can see all these other banks. You guys can see all these different banks right here. Look at that, guys. They said, look, it works beautifully. Let's listen to this.
Again, to tell you a story, 3 years ago, we actually experimented with 12 banks across different geographies who did not have pre-funding relationship with each other. We gave them a bunch of digital asset called XRP and asked them to use it to see if it works for cross-border payments as a bridge currency. They came back to us after 6 months and they said, look, it works beautifully, but we cannot use this. And there are two issues with this. Number one, it's highly volatile, so we cannot use it. Number two, my regulator will never allow me to use this. There is no risk weighting to this, and it's too volatile. There is no way the central banks will allow me to use this. This was in 2015-16. So what we did was, and this is 3-4 years ago, before the whole concept of stable coins came into being. So we went back to the drawing board and came up with a new product, as I mentioned, ODL, on-demand liquidity. And basically what that product does is, through that product, banks do not have to hold a digital asset on their books. They could leverage that product, connect with a digital asset exchange, which, mind you, is fully licensed and supervised, and then leverage that exchange to source liquidity in real time. And because the entire transaction happens in less than 30 seconds, because of the speed of the ledger, the volatility risk is taken care of. So we removed the two big concerns that banks and payment providers had and almost productized it in a way, and then we launched the product last year in October.
Wow, guys, remember ODL, on-demand liquidity. When it's needed, it will be there. Next comes from Mark Phillips. Unpopular opinion, Ripple and SEC will settle. Ripple winning would gut SEC's ability to regulate crypto. More strategic is to do enough discovery to have a strong case, then settle. So XRP is the only major crypto with official US government clarity, slams the door on competitors. Wow, beautiful. Remember, this is how we know XRP is truly the one, because the SEC is literally going after one coin only, and it's XRP. And remember, XRP will be the first coin out of the gate. Come on, guys, we can't make this up. It's fairly simple what's going on. On the chain of Sweetout, could the banks, Congress, Fed take our XRP from us at a low regulatory price like they did with gold in 1971? Now, Quincy, the answer is so simple. Can you guess what it is? Let's check this out. Now, a lot of people have been asking about this question right here.
Well, but in terms of something like different like entities going after the escrow, I think that'd be the biggest thing, and I think that would set the context for everything that would stem off of that. So if there are any sort of regulations based off of how you could treat uh, XRP, and there was some sort of confiscation event, I think it'd be them confiscating the escrow and then setting the rules off of how you could treat XRP based off of that event.
So a follow-up for that, Quincy. What's the mechanism where somebody could come in and actually take the escrow? Because as you know, it's validator nodes that are set up. You need the 80% consensus once an amendment is put forth. So I'm saying, like, what mechanism or regulation would they currently use? I don't think anything exists right now.
I'm glad you said that. That is so brilliant that you said that, because the answer is so simple. And when you say it out loud, the answer is so simple. And you want to take a guess what it is?
I could take a guess. Yeah, I could take a guess. I mean, when it comes to the government, anything is possible.
It's actually very simple. It's a one size fit all simple solution. It's actually kind of funny, and you guys will love it. It's really simple. And
lay it on us, man.
So the way that the government will confiscate the escrow isn't so much that they'll confiscate it, but they'll buy it, and they'll buy every single month's escrow release at whatever price to set liquidity at the price. You see what I mean? That's them setting the price of XRP at buying it at a certain price. Setting liquidity will set liquidity for the rest of the market on top of any sort of regulatory frameworks they want to set. So they won't confiscate it because, you know, they're forcing them to confiscate it. They'll just force a buyout from the escrow every month at whatever price to set liquidity in the market.
Now that is interesting, but I do not think this will take place. I don't think they will take our XRP from us. If they do take the escrow, guess what the escrow will do? It will be handed over to the IMF from the Riddler's side of the story, guys. As Stelios tweeted out, as investors, you have got to be excited when Bitcoin maxis are giving price predictions for XRP for end of year at $30. Isn't that crazy? That's a beautiful perspective. Literally, who was it? BitBoy comes out as a maximalist for Bitcoin and says XRP should be at $30, guys. Come on now, that's really good. Stephanus tweeted out, a man dedicated to his one and only mission, protecting you, the retail investors, from powerful market manipulators. Guys, look, if you go to the next tweet right here from Janet Yellen, XRP is going after all the money. Bitcoin is going after all the electricity. Guys, we can't make this up. What's happening? Those are the facts, guys. Crypto Willis tweeted out, breaking financial crimes enforcement network, FinCEN has just appointed the first ever chief cryptocurrency advisor. Guys, wow, look at the adoption and innovation that's taking place. Remember, now America, the US is coming into the play. Remember, they don't want to lose this cool tech war, as we have been stating, guys. Vincent welcomes first ever chief digital crazy stuff that's taking place. And CJ Rothschild is, when they want to block Bitcoin, they do it exactly like this. Banksters always have the last word, except that we see right here, Barclays customers in the UK have been blocked from transferring funds to cryptocurrency exchange Binance after latter faced heat from global regulators. Again, this is what's going to take place, guys. This is what's going to take place when they want to block Bitcoin. Remember, Bitcoin isn't the one. Kenny has tweeted out, the world are now closely monitored the Ripple lawsuit. The day the lawsuit ends will send a massive wave of FOMO investors worldwide racing to accumulate XRP, and it will send the price parabolic up north to the moon. We are lucky one that bought in cheap. So we're the lucky ones, basically, guys, that we are buying at these prices. Remember, the price right now under $1, even $10, even $100 is undervalued, because XRP's true potential price should be 5 digits plus. We can't make this up, guys. True. Trust the sources, as BitBoy Crypto stated. McAttack has up, XRP is built for a payments usage scenario. It settles in about 3 seconds, already scales up to 1,500 plus transactions per second. Consumers negligible energy and has a very low transaction fee. It is open source and decentralized. Guys, look at this. Look at all these facts right here. We can't make this up. This is how we know XRP is truly the one, which was pre-planned all the way decades ago in 1988, guys. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, subscribe, feel free to be around the channel. So you guys, hope you guys are happy to have an amazing day. And you guys, see ya.
About yourself, but what you know is true, and that is you're not stepping yourself up. you're not stepping your game up, and you get caught up in fear. As Dan says, false expectations appearing real.